learners, I welcome you all to the second video of Module 34 of School Counseling on counseling children with health maladjustments, common health complaints and psychosomatic problems. The learning objective of the video would be to comprehend the concept of adjustment and maladjustment and the causes of maladjustment to deal effectively with a diverse array of problems and challenges faced by children across childhood and adolescence. Adjustment and maladjustment. Good physical and mental health are the byproduct of good adjustment. When we talk about adjustment, we should know what adjustment is. Adjustment can be defined as a sustained and continuous process wherein a person alters his behavior to bring about more symbiotic relationship between himself and his environment. To judge the efficacy of adjustment, four criteria are in use: physical health, psychological contentment, work productivity, and social conformity. The process of adjustment helps a person to lead a happy and contented life. Adjustment can be envisioned as a dynamic, interactive process between the individual and the world in which a person lives. Individuals adopt certain ways and measures to adjust to the environment around them. We adopt habitual patterns of behavior to overcome problems, to achieve our goals, to fulfill the motives, to alleviate the annoyance or the frustration and sustain balance. These methods are adjustment mechanisms. These are the devices used by an individual to reduce the tension or anxiety. It helps to regain mental health. Here we will see some of the adjustment mechanisms. Adjustment mechanisms are classified as adjustment by defense, that is through denial, repression, suppression, displacement, sublimation, regression, projection, and reaction formation. The second one is adjustment by escape, which includes drug addiction, alcoholism, smoking, and truancy. The third one is adjustment by illness, that is psychosomatic disorder, psychosis, neurosis, and stress disorder. Types of adjustments. There are two types of adjustment: normal adjustment and abnormal adjustment. In normal adjustment, it refers to an association which occurs between the individual and the surrounding condition within the milieu of the settled norms. A child who, though naughty, listens his parents, who is not very stubborn, who accepts responsibilities given to him, and has neat habits is considered well adjusted. Abnormal adjustment, in common parlance, it is called as maladjustment. Maladjustment occurs when the association between an individual and his surrounding is not in accordance with the settled norms or standards. A delinquent child is a maladjusted child because he is violating some codes, or a deviant employee which lacks the will to comply with rules and norms of the environment. Then what is maladjustment? The medical dictionary for the health professionals and nursing says maladjustment is the inability to cope with the problem and challenges of everyday living. Maladjustment occurs when an individual is unable to set his or her psychological or physiological or socio-emotional needs successfully, and which causes a disharmony amongst this personal needs and social expectations, resulting in the disturbances of psycho-equilibrium. Maladjustment denotes conditions of anxiety, stress and strain. The main element of maladjustment includes deviation in emotions, actions and thought process. Maladjustment is the inability to respond to the pressure of demands or challenges that occurs throughout life, the outcome of which is decreased functioning, suffering, anguish and ill health. The associative behavior of maladjustments are nervous behavior, emotional deregulation, emotional immaturity, exhibitionist behavior, antisocial behavior and psychosomatic disturbances. Nervous behavior includes exhibiting restlessness, sweating, fidgeting, trembling, and nail biting, etc. Emotional deregulation. A person reacts in an emotionally exaggerated manner, or there is a complete deviation in the expressions of emotions from the expected norms. Example: withdraws, does not accept responsibilities, become anxious even when small mistake occurs. Emotional immaturity is the expression of emotion in a crude or imperfect or immature way. The ability to process emotions or communicate is ineffective and hence they appear as aloof. Example, they are defensive, tendency to blame others, shy away from the commitments, etc. Exhibitionist behavior. This refers to show off behavior. Behaviors such as blaming others for one's own mistake, creating a scene when not needed, etc., are known examples of attention seeking behaviors. Antisocial behavior are those actions that reflects militancy or hostility to others. Example, bullying others, aggressive behavior towards peers and parents, and siblings. Psychosomatic disturbances are various aches, pains, muscle spasms, and psychogenic vomiting, etc. Now we will see the impact of health complaints. Good health is a training ground for lifelong learning. Any illness that is acute or chronic can cause considerable anxiety for children and their family. Chronic condition causes more emotional distress than temporary problems. Battling with illness requires regular visits to doctors, taking pathological tests, tolerating pains, changes in diet and lifestyle. Not only the health problem, but the side effects of the treatment may impair the child's ability to learn. The academic expectations of parents from their children with health issues reduces considerably, which may result in this child becoming an underachiever. Equally important is that fact that the child should be presented with challenges and appreciations so that the child can achieve his or her potentials. Illnesses and diseases may rob the child's opportunity to play with others. The child may be taunted and rejected by his peers because of physical limitations. The child may get isolated because of being irregular. The child can get embarrassed if illness causes changes in appearance. The inability to attend school because of health issues may cause the school-aged child to lose out the relationship with peers. Adolescent may lose out on the ability to be independent if they need parents to help them. Parents may overprotect the child or adolescent, discouraging its independence. Now we will see the common complaints across childhood. So health problems in early childhood period are common cold, cough, ear pain, bronchiolitis, skin infection, urinary tract infection and pain, etc. Middle childhood health problems are malnutrition, infectious diseases, diseases of skin, eye, dental caries, intestinal parasites that which causes abdominal pain, diarrhea, nausea and vomiting, bloating, fatigue and unexplained weight loss, asthma and menstrual problems. In adolescent, health complaints are acne, asthma, diabetes, menstrual issues, obesity, high blood pressure, oral health like orthodontic and braces and periodontal diseases. Helping children with health maladjustments. Helping children with health maladjustments basically involves all the skills of the counselor, that is, attending active listening, open questioning, empathizing, non judgmental, and being concrete. The counselor has to guide the child to learn new ways to cope with the special challenges that the illness commences. The counselor should help the child in identifying the emotions and feelings. Children and adolescents are to be taught to build on their strength and develop pride in their abilities to meet challenges. The counselor should also involve parents, teachers, and classmates for helping the health maladjusted child. A one to one meeting with the parent and guiding them to help and support the child will go a long way in coping with the illness. So, also meeting the teachers and explaining the health issues and the academic challenges the child faces will help the teacher to be more empathetic and give extra support to the child. The counselor to interact with the friend and classmate to sensitize them to accept and help their friend and be generous with their friend will help the child to cope with the health issues. How children adjust to different stages of childhood. Children in the age group of 3 to 8 years are developing a sense of proficiency, that is, they comprehend and manipulate the environment. They are able to attribute reasons for their diseases, though not logical always. Children during this stage shows transductive reasoning, that is, they may believe that they have become ill because they had bad thoughts for their siblings, hitting their friends, or not eating their vegetables. They blame themselves. The counselor should reassure the child that the illness is not his or her fault. The counselor should appreciate the child for his strength in managing the pain. Older children are able to understand the cause of their illness and line of treatment. But if the illness restricts them to home, they feel precluded or eliminated. The counselor should help the child in dealing with the anxiety coping up because of delay in academics or losing out on peers. Relaxation training can be given. The counselor should guide the child on having proper diet as suggested by the doctor or the dietitian, and also having few simple recreational activities, and suggest some storybooks with small stories which have a humor in them. Adolescence is a period of establishing identity. They value their self image. The teenager gets threatened if there is a change in the appearance due to illness or medication. Teens go through times of denial of their illness when they may neglect to take medicines, follow special diets, or check blood sugar. The counselor should reassure the adolescent, help them accept and cope with their anxiety, involve their parents and teachers, and guide them to discuss the problem and help the teenager to gain control of the disease. Standard operating procedure used by the counselor for common health problems are: make the child sit comfortably, build a rapport with the child, reassuring the child about the pain symptom he or she is suffering from. As the child settles down, take a brief history. Check for predisposing and precipitating factors. The child can be referred to school medical room. Call parents and inform them about child's behavior and guide them. In this video, we have briefly discussed about the concept of adjustment and maladjustment, the causes of maladjustment, and helping children with health maladjustment. In the next video, we will look into the psychosomatic problems and counseling for psychosomatic problems.